There first, Harry Maguire heads it back the other way. Brought down by Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes works it out to Ahmad on the right-hand side as United go left to right. Ahmad into the penalty area. Brian Mbeumo with the chance and scores for Manchester United. What a start! After 60 seconds, Brian Mbeumo strokes home for his third goal of the season. And after 1 minute, possession again on the edge of the penalty area. Into the box they come. Chances, pinballing around, falls to Wirtz. Wirtz lays this off, shot from Chiesa, and the ball has been turned home by Cody Gakpo. Offside flag stays down, and Liverpool are back in it. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 1.
Well, you'd have to see it again. I mean, I don't know how many opportunities United may have had.
It's a big deflection. I thought it had carried it goalwards. Put towards the back post. Harry Maguire! Manchester United's big game player does it again! Manchester United retake the lead at Anfield, and who else? Harry Maguire steps up to the plate for Manchester United. To the middle towards Brian Mbeumo. It's headed away by Elliot Anderson. One back, lifted into the box again by Bruno Fernandes towards the back post. Headed clear this time. Comes down to Luke Shaw. Shaw's going to have a go! Luke Shaw! First goal of the season! And his 37th time of asking. And Luke Shaw finishes with a plum. What a time to open your account this season in the Premier League. It's Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Shaw on the volley. Hutchinson standing over it, short one to the edge of the area where Ahmad is trying to marshal Anderson. Just gets shrugged off, ball swung in, brilliant. What a ball into the penalty area that is, and thundered home. Off the head of Morato. Brilliant ball in, close range header, 1-1.
There's not a lot you can do about that.
It comes all the way through. Brian Mbeumo in the area. Left-footed effort. Cunha! Manchester United back in front. Mateus Cunha finishes right-footed. Back of the net. 2-1 United. But wait. Will it count?
The decision of goal stands.
Manchester United lead by 2-1. So good from Kobbie Mainoo, just lifts it over the approaching player. Cunha. Bruno Fernandes takes a touch, gets the cross in. Turned home! Bruno Fernandes equals the assist squad. Brian Mbeumo into double figures, and Manchester United lead by 3 goals to 1. 2 birds, 1 stone, 3-1.
And there's that perfect combo. That's brilliant. What a ball.
Conversation to be had in just a moment, but Forest bringing the ball forward. Up to the edge of the area and Anderson pulls it back, shot comes in, it's 3-2, and Morgan Gibbs-White with an excellent finish from the edge of the 18-yard box to turn the ball into the back of the net. Gibbs-White on the score sheet, 3-2.
Well, it's a similar goal, isn't it? A ball in from the right-hand side and a really well-controlled volley, or half volley. Mateta.
Whistle goes, he steps up again and goes the opposite way and drills it into the bottom right-hand corner. Much better taken penalty from Jean-Philippe Mateta, and Crystal Palace do lead by a goal to 0.
It was a better penalty.
Area delivers right-footed in towards the near post where Xerxes managed to make the run, gets to the byline, fires it in. Oh, Xerxes with an absolute screamer from the narrowest of angles, and Manchester United are level. Joshua Xerxes fires home and gives Manchester United a lifeline early in the So this is out to the right-hand side, which is taken short. Shot comes in, Manchester United are ahead. Mason Mount, short free kick from Bruno Fernandes, rattled home in at the near post by Mason Mount. The manager said he was a goal threat. Headed away with authority from Harry Maguire. Brilliant from Mbeumo to flick it round the corner to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes got option, right, left, centre. Finds Mbeumo in the area. Brian Mbeumo scores! That is clinical from Manchester United. A cutting counter-attack. Reminiscent of times gone by. finds Ahmad. Ahmad wheels away and then digs a reverse pass out to Matheus Cunha down the right hand side. Cunha taking on O'Reilly, looks to get the cross in. Dorgu, 2-0! Oh, Matheus Cunha, it's fantastic! He works his socks off, he drills a brilliant cross in, and Patrick Dorgu, arriving in the penalty area, smashes.
Towards Bowen. Socha on for Bowen. Now a bit. What can West Ham conjure from this? Bowen's ball in towards Socha. It's Thomas Socha for West Ham United. Not long after half time. What a moment. Find themselves above that survival line 10 days time. Who knows? 2 months they've been down there in that relegation zone. Here's Mbeumo, flipped in again. Oh, and in he goes. Benjamin Šeško. Absolute heartbreak for West Ham and for Nuno Espirito Santo. A stoppage time equaliser from Benjamin Šeško.
Cross comes into the box, headed goalwards by Manchester United, and Bruno Fernandes on his 200th Premier League appearance scores his 100th Manchester United goal. Who else? It's Captain Fantastic for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes gives this to Nous Mazraoui on the edge of the box, lifts it into the penalty area towards Dorgu, back post, heads it back across. Don't know why he doesn't attack the goal. Dorgu tries to knock it back, still a chance here, looping Casemiro doubles Manchester United's advantage. Oh, he does love scoring against Chelsea. First of the season for Casemiro, and Manchester United lead the Blues.
They're going to do the same thing again.
It's another short one from Chelsea. Reece James does deliver now into the middle. Heads go up. It's 2-1. It's Trevor Chalobah that rises highest. Manchester United don't deal with the cross into the box from Reece James, and now it's a nervy final 10. Get the ball clear. Cunha looks for the crossfield ball to Brian Mbeumo, and Mbeumo is bursting towards the penalty area, just holds it up, got Benjamin Šeško again! Manchester United in the front, his 7th Premier League goal of the season, coast to coast, slammed home by the Slovenian. Everton 0, Manchester United 1. Ahmad looks to get it across. Fernandes finds Šeško. Šeško looks to dink it into the penalty area. Comes out to Fernandes. Brought down by Casemiro. Casemiro through to Cunha. Cunha strikes it home. And if you're not going to get a penalty, you might as well score one like that. Brilliant. Matheus Cunha off the mark for Manchester United and gives them the lead against Brighton. Given away again, Casemiro on the edge of the D, he's going to get a right-footed shot away, big deflection! Casemiro scores again this season for Manchester United, doubles their lead in front of the scoreboard end, wheels away in celebration, Harry Maguire-esque knee slide, and United lead. Wheel it in, and it's back with Brighton. Rutter looks to bypass Luke Shaw. Šeško with a lovely turn, and he's got the ball away to Brian Mbeumo. Mbeumo with a strength for them. Brian Mbeumo does it again for Manchester United. Can't stop scoring, and this time gives Manchester United a 3-0 lead, and potentially, it's Danny Welbeck who steps up, strikes it goalwards. Brilliant finish from Danny Welbeck, who strokes it into the top left-hand corner, and even the goalkeeper at full stretch unable to get there, and Brighton have got one back. Comes the head, oh, it's 3-2. Thumped home from close range. The cross is brilliant. I think it is Costelas that's got there, and his header makes it a nervy final 5. It's going to be a long one from Diogo Dalot, looking for Xerxes, cleared away by Brighton. Aidan Heaven going to fight this back. Brian Mbeumo in the penalty area, finishes it off. No nerves now. Brian Mbeumo 4, Brighton 2.
For the cross, took a deflection. Well, that was a moment Burnley so desperately needed, and they take the lead against Manchester United. It had an element of luck to it, but Burnley will take it.
Yeah, and a little shake of the head from Darren Fletcher, as if to say, well,
Fernandes looking for a way through, and that's the equaliser. Šeško gets it. You have to say it was coming.
I mean, it's a very good finish, and Manchester United more than deserve.
Crosses there, and Šeško again. Now Manchester United are ahead. Well, with the amount of chances they've had, Manchester United take the lead, and Benjamin Šeško with his second of the evening.
The ball in here from Dorgu first time.
There is Florentino to Edwards. Now Jadon Anthony. Makes the strike, it's brilliant! Well, the substitute makes the impact. Jadon Anthony with the perfect strike, and Burnley are level.
I think on this occasion.
They're both waiting for it. Instead, dinked into the box. Casemiro! What a header from the Brazilian! That makes 4 headed goals in the Premier League for the Brazilian this season. A thumping header from the edge of the 6-yard box. Manchester United 1, Fulham 0. Only as far as Casemiro. And that falls to Diogo Dalot again. Rolls the pass into Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo to Casemiro. Casemiro going to find Cunha. Cunha's effort! Back of the net! It's absolutely brilliant, and the surfing Brazilian is back again. Matheus Cunha in back-to-back games at the Stratford. Stutter step, stops his run-up, starts his run-up, stops his run-up, and puts it into the top corner. Well, Manchester United have been pegged back by Fulham, and it's come from the penalty spot. And Premier League win, remember. Kevin, edge of the penalty area. Oh, it's an absolutely glorious finish from Kevin, and he bends a right footer past the stranded centre Lomans. There's no goalkeeper in the world getting to it. Hits the top right hand corner, and Fulham are level in stoppage time. Manchester United 2, Fulham 2.
Should never be allowed to play that one.
Fernandes clips it out instead to Ahmad. Down the line to Mazraoui. Mazraoui forward to Bruno. Lovely little over from Bruno Fernandes, and he's in behind. Gets an early ball into the box. Šeško inside the area. Šeško at the Stratford end. Manchester United never die. Top corner. 3-2. Benjamin Šeško.
That's what your centre forward has come on the pitch for. Bruno Fernandes. Wow.
Ball in the box, down the right hand side for Mbeumo, flicks it round the corner to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes brings it under control, stays away from Alejandro Garnacho, gets past him in actual fact to the byline, pulls it back into the area. United in the front. Matheus Cunha. What a cross from Bruno Fernandes. 18th assist of the Premier League season for the 8th goal of the Premier League season for Matheus Cunha. First goal since Aston Villa, and Matheus Cunha gives the Reds the lead at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea. Bruno Fernandes delivers right-footed, lifted towards the back post. It's Harry Maguire that's going to meet it, nods it back across goal. Casemiro! 9th goal of the Premier League season. Casemiro proving to be inevitable in the penalty area, and he gives Manchester United a 1-0 lead. Absolutely dispossessed. Bruno Fernandes, maybe a break on here for Manchester United. Has Mbeumo and Šeško with him. Mbeumo up to the edge of the area. Bruno Fernandes gives it to Šeško. Šeško fires home, and Benjamin Šeško into double figures for the Premier League season. Doubles Manchester United's advantage, and it's another assist for Bruno Fernandes. Captain fantastic. Players to try and beat, squeezes it through the middle of two of them, then back out to Ouattara. His left-footed effort deflects off Bruno Fernandes and into the path of Nelson. And now Jensen from distance rattles home into the bottom left-hand corner.
And Brentford have a lifeline late in the game. 87 minutes on the clock. And Matthias Jensen from distance has cut the deficit to 1. United 2, Brentford 1. Chelsea.
Brighton and Bumo looking together. Chance for Ahmad at the back post, cleared away. Comes to Nus Mazraoui on the edge of the 18-yard box, brought down by Cunha. Back out to the right to Ahmad. Ahmad's going to lift another cross into the penalty area. Bumo! Manchester United lead. Brilliantly worked. What a cross. Great header. And Brighton and Bumo does it again. 5 in 11 for the man from Cameroon. He cannot stop scoring. Spurs 0, Manchester United 1. Do so. Instead, the ball comes back in the opposite direction, and this is Wilson Odobert charging forward, looking to get past Agate. Manages it too. Gets it out to Udogie. Udogie gets the cross in. Real chance here for Spurs. Smash goalwards. It's 1-1. And Matisse Tell, back from injury, scores for Spurs with 6 minutes left to play. Manchester United just could not get a toe to the ball, and Tell with the perfect finish into the top corner. Spurs 1, United 1. Spurs put the ball into the box, heads go up, loose on the edge of the penalty area. Odebert's going to have a go, kills it goalwards. It's taken a deflection off Richarlison on the way in, ends up in the back of the net, and Spurs hit the front in stoppage time at the end of the game. And Manchester United caught out from the set piece, came to the edge of the penalty area, stroked towards the bottom right-hand corner, flicked on by Richarlison. Spurs 5 seconds to go. Bruno Fernandes into the penalty area. Up go the head, it's in! Matthias de Ligt scores! Manchester United have found themselves a way back into the game. It's third ever Manchester United goal, and it's an equaliser with 30 seconds of stoppage.
It's unfortunate, but really good from Šeško.
Long throw into the penalty area. Is headed away by Voltemada. Met by Patrick Dorgu! Oh, it's a screamer! What a way to score your first ever Manchester United goal! Patrick Dorgu on the volley from the edge of the 18-yard box gives United the lead. It's picture. Make it 9 in 9. And scores for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, 8th goal of the Premier League season, makes it 9 goal involvements in 9 against Bournemouth, and gives Manchester United the lead on the hour mark on the south coast. Coming in the opposite direction, this is Rayan. Gets it across the field. Bournemouth now up to the edge of the penalty area with Truffert. This is Scott, tries to find some space, gets the shot in and tucks it away into the bottom right-hand corner. And Bournemouth are level. Controversy at the Vitality. Shouts for a penalty overturned at one end. Bournemouth come down the opposite end, and they have found themselves an equaliser. With the corner towards the back post. Heads go up, right in. Harry Maguire with his 3rd goal of the season. And a big game player does it again. Retake the lead, Manchester United. It's Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 2. Harry Maguire.
Well, that's it.
Creepy steps up, right-footed, shoots towards goal, tucks it into the side netting. It is 2-2, and the substitute, Junior Creepy, levels things up at the Vitality Stadium, and Manchester United have a tricky 10, down to 10. I think we've got a problem for Mason Mount as well. Bruno Fernandes, ball into the penalty, a header, Casemiro, kept off the line, referee says, goal Manchester United, brilliant! Casemiro's bullet header off the crossbar, given by goal line technology, and Manchester United. Walker down the right-hand side, space here as the ball's whipped in, it's turned goalwards, and it's turned home, and Burnley have equalised, totally against the run of play, and it's one who can do nothing. Manchester United 1, Burnley 1. Meanwhile, Diogo Dalot into the penalty area. He's going to try and get across away to Mbeumo! Manchester United retake the lead! And the advantage for Burnley lasted less than 30 seconds. Diogo Dalot fizzes a ball. Flipped on though, really dangerous. Into the penalty area. Shot comes in, saved. Turn goalwards. It is kept out. No, the referee is going to give the goal, I think. 12 yards the distance from the penalty spot to the back of the net. Manchester United lead Burnley by 3 goals to 2. It's Captain Fantastic at the scoreboard end, never in doubt. Manchester United 3, Burnley. Here is Bruno Fernandes, corner, whipped in, header off the bar and in, and Bruno
Fernandes writes his name in their history books. Assist maker, chance creator, Bruno Fernandes, 21 assists for the Premier League season. Fired home by Patrick Dorgu's forehead off the underside of the crossbar. Brighton 0, United 1.
Well, the delivery is right on the money.
Drops to Kobbie Mainoo. Lifted by Mount, out to Mazraoui. Mazraoui across the floor to Ahmad. Ahmad in the penalty area, shifts it right foot, left foot, gets it back from Mount. Across it goes. What a goal from Manchester United. Unbelievably technical football through the penalty area. Polished off by Bryan Mbeumo. That is a fantastic goal from Manchester United. A team goal, and it's 2-0.
That's brilliant football. It really is. And Ahmad, just in the last couple of minutes, has got himself involved in the game and starting to look a real threat. And this
rate of knots. That's a good ball forward by Mason Mount to pick out Ahmad. Ahmad's going to try and feed this through to Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu brings it under control on the edge of the 18-yard box. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes rattles home. What a finish from Bruno Fernandes. Bottom left-hand corner, and Manchester United lead by 3-0. Brilliant from Bruno.
Well, it's the playing out from the back. First and foremost, people are going to miss it, but it's Harry Maguire's header. The only thing that we have to win.
Every player in and around the penalty area. Outswing and delivery. Header comes in! And it's in the back of the net! And guess who? Casemiro from a corner gives Manchester United the lead. The Brazilian does it again. 7th Premier League goal of the season. And it's what... Ahmad gets on the end of that. Surely that's handball from Tyrone Mings. Loads of hands go up. Referee's not giving it. Ball back in by Leon Bailey. Headed away by Luke Shaw, but only as far as Luca Dean, who puts the ball back into the penalty area. Smashed towards goal by Ross Barkley. And Manchester United furious that the handball wasn't given in the build-up. Barkley kept playing and wraps a left boot around it to fire it into the bottom corner. 1-1. Cleared by Lenny Yoro. And United now coming in the opposite direction with Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes plays the ball in. Matheus Cunha into the penalty area. Cunha scores for Manchester United. Fantastic from the Brazilian. Rolls it home right-footed. And 4 consecutive games against Aston Villa for Matheus Cunha. Excellent control. Finds Casemiro. Casemiro with a lovely pass out to Matheus Cunha. Cunha's made a great touch into the penalty area, looks to get the cross away. Šeško gets there and he scores! Big bit of the Stretford end! Manchester United 3, Aston Villa 1, Benjamin Šeško!
Well, he just continues to make an impact, doesn't he? I have to say that it's a...
Maybe they have found a bit of space with Hincapié looking for a left-footed delivery towards the back post, and Bukayo Saka, header from Patrick Dorgu, falls to Saka inside the penalty area, clipped back into the box, chance for Erdogan. Oh, it's been turned home. Well, that's a really fortuitous bounce that ends up back with an Arsenal player, poked into the back of the net, and Arsenal take the lead at the Emirates after 28 minutes. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0.
Made Bruno not get such a clean contact.
Mbeumo presses, maybe an opportunity, mistake from Arsenal, and Mbeumo in behind, takes a touch, scores for Manchester United, pressure tells, Bryan Mbeumo scores, and Manchester United are level against Arsenal at the Emirates. Brilliant work from Manchester United, clinical finish, Bryan Mbeumo, the man from Cameroon, does it again, 1-1. Patrick Dorgu. Inside left, gets it back to Bruno Fernandes, lifts it back to Patrick Dorgu, takes it with him. Dorgu's left-footed effort! Oh, it's a screamer! Patrick Dorgu pops up again, but that is of the highest quality from the Dane. Rattled home off the underside of the crossbar, as good as it gets from Patrick Dorgu. Arsenal. Here comes the next corner into the box. Up comes Senna Lommans, loose inside the penalty area. Over the line is it? Referee looks at his watch and says, Arsenal goal. And Manchester United, from the consecutive corner after the game should have been stopped for the head injury from Benjamin Šeško, have conceded to Arsenal. And that goal, made by the decision of Craig Pawson, scored
Ball downfield from Manchester United. Šeško brings it down on his chest. Bruno Fernandes takes over. Now needs an option. Finds it. Cunha through. Chance here for Cunha! Oh! Matheus Cunha has fired home for Manchester United! And that is top draw from the Brazilian! An absolute worldie to give Manchester United the lead!
Harry Maguire.
Ball is floated to around the penalty spot. Free header comes in. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Met by Maxence Lacroix. Unmarked inside the penalty area. Steers his header off the inside of the post. And Crystal Palace hit the front. Manchester United 0. Crystal steps up and scores. Manchester United are level. No penalty heroics from Dean Henderson today. Just captain fantastic from the penalty spot. 1-1.
Brilliant penalty.
Looks for a ball infield, finds Cunha. Cunha in the penalty area, gets there, but it deflects away and is cleared by Crystal Palace. Only as far as Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side. Bends one in. Šeško! He's done it again! Big Ben at the scoreboard end! 6 goals, 7 games. Benjamin Šeško is in there. It's straight at Perry, who pushes it over the bar. Cannot get close to Aronson. Aronson beats him. Aronson scores. Manchester United find themselves a goal down. Aidan Heaven just beaten for pace. Couldn't get the challenge in because he was inside. This is going to play this through to Cunha. Cunha with the opportunity. Equaliser for Manchester United. Brilliant from Josh Zirkzee. Slips it through fantastically to the Brazilian, who slots home for his 4th of the season. Leeds United won. Takes it short to Kobbie Mainoo, turns it around the corner to Brian and Mbeumo, and Mbeumo passes it into the back of the net, straight off the training ground, directly past Vicario. Manchester United lead 10-man Tottenham Hotspur by a goal to 0. Ben steps in, Brian and Mbeumo gets round him, spins on the ball, plays it back down the line to Diogo Dalot, infield to Kobbie Mainoo. Mainoo looking to get the ball into the box. Diogo Dalot does just that, looking for Šeško, turned home! Bruno Fernandes! Manchester United do have a second. His 6th goal of the season in the Premier League. Poked home at the Stretford end. Captain Fantastic's had it again. Manchester United 2. Spurs. That's the bonus. Here's the corner. Header comes in. Manchester United score. Casemiro in back-to-back games. Set piece again for Manchester United. Comes up trumps. Brilliant cross from Bruno Fernandes. Thumping header from the Brazilian. And United lead Forest by a goal to 0.
Well, I mean, Sean Dyche
stands the switch of play up to the right-hand side, which is brought under control. Diogo Dalot challenging the ball now, helped out by Matheus Cunha. Pulled to the edge of the penalty area where the cross comes in towards the back post. Head comes in. It's 1-1. It's a fantastic header from Morgan Gibbs-White. Cross comes in. He tucks it into the corner, and it's Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 1.
Well, United have paid the price for a little bit of a slow start and a bit of a careless one as well.
On the Forest right-hand side. Going to be another ball put into the penalty area here, whether it comes from Yates or from Ndoye, I don't know. It's Ndoye that delivers. Into the box it comes, loose inside the penalty area, turned home 2-1, and Manchester United have gone from leading the game to trailing in the game in the space of 60 seconds. Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 1, and now here's the delivery from Mbeumo towards the back post. It is Casemiro that gets up. Dorgu tries to turn it home. Comes out to Ahmad. Ahmad fires home! Oh, it's a screamer from the Ivorian! Thumps it in left-footed on the volley from the edge of the D. That's a piece of magic from Ahmad. Unbelievable, and it's 2-2 against Nottingham. Ball comes into the middle for Casemiro. Casemiro sends the pass to Diogo Dalot out on the far side. Dalot looking to attack the corner of the penalty area. Gets past his man. Gets a great cross in. Chance here for Ahmad. It's turned home. Cunha went up. Ahmad was waiting over the top of the Brazilian, and he just had to be patient before it bounced up and he knocked home from 1 yard out. Easy as that. Manchester United lead by 1. Luke Shaw just gets caught on the ball and Semenyo's coming the opposite direction. Dangerous moment this for Manchester United. Semenyo in the area, drills it home, bottom left-hand corner. That is a sensational finish from Antoine Semenyo into the bottom left-hand corner, and out of nothing and totally against the run of play, Bournemouth are level. Manchester United 1, Bournemouth 1.
Yeah,
It's going to come in from Bruno Fernandes, looping one towards the back post. Casemiro heads it in, and Manchester United do lead before the break. And Casemiro with a fantastic bit of movement to free himself up at the back post, a looping corner, and the header. Yeah, and he's clutching his head. The referee's not going to stop play. Shot comes in, and Bournemouth have found themselves an equaliser with Diogo Dalot flat on his back, and more questions about whether the referee should have stopped the game because of a head injury. Referee waits. It's going to be Tavernier who hits one goalwards. Oh, it's brilliant. Hammered into the bottom left-hand corner, around the wall, skips off the turf and ends up in the bottom left-hand corner. It's a great free kick from Marcus Tavernier, and Bournemouth take the lead. Perfect setup for a right footer. Here he comes, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's sensational! Bruno Fernandes finds the top bin, and it's absolutely perfect. The captain and the Stretford end into the top corner. United 3, Bournemouth 3.
that is special.
Šeško underneath the ball. Headed clearance by Cunha finds Mbumo, and now Manchester United are on the move again, and Šeško takes over into the penalty area, looks to get across away. Mateus Cunha and the Stretford end for Manchester United for the very first time gives Manchester United a 4-3 lead. It's special from Manchester United. Stooping header from Scott beguiles Cunha. It's brilliant from Ahmad. Loose in the penalty area, it's 4-4. Well, how that has come through, I do not know. Bruno Fernandes and Mateus Cunha absolutely furious. They think there's a handball in there. The referee's not spotted it. And Bournemouth... Right hand delivers left-footed into the penalty area, near post, headed away to the edge of the box, met by Cunha. Drive from him, then another go from Cunha! Mateus Cunha fires home, heads to the corner flag, slides on his stomach, and he surfed his way into the lead. Mateus, say Freddie Woodman, shouts a penalty, but the referee allows play to continue. What a ball that was from Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw lifts it into the penalty area, and Bruno Fernandes knocks it back across. Fernandes equals the assists record. Benjamin Šeško applying the finish, but Bruno Fernandes writes his name in the history books. No player has ever made more assists. Ahmad switch cuts in field and looks to get the switch away, but he's underplayed it, Ahmad, and it allows Szoboszlai up to the edge of the penalty area. Got Cody Gakpo with him. Szoboszlai into the box, gets the shot in and gets one back for Liverpool. Error in midfield from Manchester United. A cutting counter-attack, and Dominic Szoboszlai applies the finish. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1.
Yeah, from a position where it looked as though we were going to overload.
Oh, short pass from Senna-Lomans into the penalty area. Liverpool are level. And an uncharacteristic error gives Liverpool an equaliser. And Manchester United, cruising at half-time, find themselves back level with Liverpool. 55 minutes on the clock. Manchester slides it forward to Mateus Cunha. Cunha looking for a ball between the lines, picks out Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw to the byline, cross towards the back post. Ahmad gets there, knotted down, cleared away to the edge of the penalty area. Kobe Mainu scores! What a finish from the academy graduate!